And how do we know the competition lasts about 300 years? We can see the birdmans carved on these rocks. And these rocks are right next to the edge from the same volcano. All right? Each one is 1 year. That's how we know the competition lasts about 300 years. So we have the birdmans, komari is fertility, and make, which is our pollination ground. To do the competition, you need something to reach to the island, which were the totora reed. Totora reed were made from inside of the same volcano. And then these guys, they use this to, once they get to the bottom, they swim to the island, swimming back. You climb 300 meters down the cliff, swim. If you look on this picture or drawing, you see the bend that they have on their head to be able to have the eggs inside.
To carry the egg back once they get it.
To swim back. And then they become like me here. I'm out of shape, but still.
It looks exactly like you, Hugo. Exactly like you. Where rock painting was removed,
in the museum.
unfortunately, by Americans in 1886.
Here we will go down to Vinapu. Right? Vinapu is where we have one of the nicest platforms with very precise cuts on the rocks. The platform was made very precisely. And then in the afternoon we will go to Punapau, Ahuakivi, and Tahai. Tahai is the place where you do the sunset.
In the
How many
south,
statues were taken out of the quarry by one tribe? 887 after the 1100s.
amazing.
And all spread all around the island.
Down here,
On the
though,
south, two on the north and two on the west.
which consisted of the 7 tribes that we'll be talking about throughout this.
And the people on the south were ruling the island. And they took the, the fertile side of the island.
Yeah, the best part.
The best part of the island for growing food and everything. These 2 tribes were paying these people on the quarry their statues to be made by the people on the quarry. And they can only afford to pay the statue by the richness that each one had. Mm-hmm. So if we have big land with enough people inside to grow food and everything, you can pay the people who make the statues.
Absolutely.
Oops.
Fog just moved in. I'm going to give you a very short synopsis thanks to Hugo, and he will correct me on everything that I say wrong. But this is where, once a year, the chief and his family only were allowed to come up here and live where we are going to walk around the houses. Behind me, you will see the islands that the birds would fly to once a year to breed and lay their eggs. There were only 7 chiefs and their families, and some lucky designated person in each tribe would have to then climb down the volcano sides, swim to the island, get a bird's egg, put it on his head, swim back, climb up. And the first person that arrived back here, his chief would be king for the next year. And then the following year, they would do it all over again. They came back with this egg, would stand on that rock right there. And then they would carve the birdman onto these rocks.
Once the island has the birds on, the birds are healthy and the eggs are too. He jumps off from the island, swims to the volcano, climbs up here, calls everybody and tells everybody that it's ready for the competition. Everybody up here is ready and prepared for that day. Then the same guy goes back down with 7 flags, different colors each, and climbs this island here.
This small little peak.
Yeah. And he gets to the top, and from there, he watch the guys, the 7 guys that go down the cliff. The guys, they have paints on them, each one of them, different colors. And then the same guy down there he sees who's going first down. He shows the flag. He shows the flag that goes with the color to make sure that everybody in here knows who's going down first.
Isn't that something?
And then on the way back, he does the same thing.
Same thing?
Sometimes not the same guy comes back first.
Okay.
Right, right. Here comes the winner.
Many times,
See the Birdman carving. So each Birdman who came back had a carving, and there are 300 of them.
which mean people who are supposedly carrying power. They were the ones that were supposedly had the connections with Earth.
All the carvings originally were painted, and there were over 900 of them, not just of birdmen, but gods.
The low part of the crater, down the cliff, 300 meters.
Oh,
We had to
I
train
have to
the
see
actors.
Rapa Nui.
We had to train the actors to walk, climb, and walk on bare feet everywhere, and walk on rocks.
Who did you
be
find
able
to do that? How did you find actors willing to do that? I mean, to run down,
one guy,
down 300 meters, then
one
sort
guy
of-
it's Puerto Rico, the other one it's from Chinese.
Gadi. I have to see. I have to watch the movie Rapa Nui. That's all there is to it. I can't even imagine walking down to that point, let alone then free climbing down the other side. Before entrusting their bodies to the climb up, the climb down, the swimming across, the swimming back, with the bird egg on your head, the 7 men would spend the night before in prayer here. You can see the eyes. Who knows how many died? And over here, if you had to consult the oracle, this is where you would do it. As I said in Siwa, when I consulted the oracle that supposedly Alexander the Great went to see, will I be pretty, will I be rich? Que sera, sera. I bet the oracle just had lucky guesses. What do you think?